Hi everyone, Reverend Al again. Just wanted to check in. It's been a few days since we've initiated the social distancing project, and I think we all began pretty well, but it seems like it can be getting difficult for a lot of us now, which is, in my view, totally understandable. We miss our children, we miss our grandchildren, we miss socializing, we miss going about our lives daily. I've been a clergy person for over 4 decades now, and a few years ago I added PhD of psychology to my educational track. So it's hard today to not blend the two as I think about where we are together today. There's a condition in psychology called anticipatory anxiety. It's when a person experiences increased levels of anxiety by thinking about an event or situation in the future. Very understandable for me that not knowing how things are going and what's going on across the country, that we begin to worry without good foundation or justification. Sometimes it's just simply hard to stay in the moment. The words of Brene Brown, who quoted Emma Douglas, came to mind actually for me, and she says, "Scared is what you are feeling, brave is what you're doing." And I think sometimes when we think, oh gosh, I just don't know if I can handle this, I just want to remind us that we are already doing it. We're doing what we need to do, we're pulling together, we're hanging there together. To emphasize that, I just want to share a personal story. Some years ago, I owned a sailboat along with my spouse, and we had sailed from Miami, Florida to Provincetown, Massachusetts. We were having dinner with a friend in Boston when they asked, well, when you return, how are you going to sail around Cape Hatteras? Now, a seasoned sailor might have said, well, why do you ask? Or what does that mean? And I remember we simply said, oh, we're going to be pushing through the night as we need to get back to Miami for the beginning of school. I remember it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. Our sailboat had complete full sail open, all three sails. The diesel engine was just screaming along. I and our 60-pound dog, Oscar, were up on deck, and I felt a splash on my glasses, a huge splash. And within a few seconds, I had sailed us deep into a squall, where for the next 3 hours I really did not know if we would live or die. The boat was just taking water constantly, even though it was a large ship. I remember in the darkness of night, we just could not see where we were going. And a wind ripped the mainsail, and we were suddenly just stranded and being tossed by the waves. And it was so pitch dark, we just couldn't see. We were sailing completely blind. And in that moment, I remember I didn't choose to lay blame. I didn't choose to get angry. We just chose to pull together until we saw that glimmer of light. There is nothing like that slight glimmer of light in the morning to remind us all is well. You may feel this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you hear this broadcast, you may feel like you're just sailing in the dark. But I want to remind you what Brene Brown said. Brave is what you're doing. We're pulling together. We're holding together. We're doing it for each other. I'm thrilled to be sailing with you. I'm thrilled to be pulling with you. We will get through the storm. Blessings on you and your household.